It's Juan Gotti here. Have you ever wanted to ask me a question? Share your opinion on a specific topic, but you never had the place to? Well, now you do, as I will be starting up a new series that will be airing weekly where you can ask me all of the type of questions that you want in regards to the Commanders, the NFL, or just the whole entire sports world. You can email me now at juangottiwft@gmail.com all of your questions. And once we get enough feedback, the first episode will be airing. Again, you'll have the opportunity to ask me any kind of questions that you want. Hey Juan, what do you think about this player? Hey Juan, what do you think about this coach? Or my Commanders fans out there, hey Juan, what do you think about the sale? This is my opinion on it. What do you think? You now have the opportunity to do that. I would take full advantage of that if I was you out there. Hit my email up now at juangottiwft@gmail.com with your questions. Again, that's juangottiwft@gmail.com with your questions. Wait a minute, girl, can you slow down? Wait a minute, girl, what's the rush now? I wanna introduce myself to you. My name is one-on-one guy, to prefer now. I like the way you put your fists together. I like the way you do your hair in the morning. I see why all the boys want you, girl. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with an in-depth look at one of our best position groups. And without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Also, the first episode of Ask Juan Gotti dropped last night at 12 a.m. So go check that out. Your question may have been answered. And if it hasn't been answered and you've been wanting to ask me a question as stated in the intro to be featured in episode 2, all you have to do is send an email to juangottiwft@gmail.com and you will be featured in the next video. With that out the way, let's get straight into today's video. So, I wanted to come on today to talk about the cornerback group because I personally feel that that is one of the best groups on this team as far as potential goes. This cornerback room is filled with so much potential, and it could only be adding more potential to it this coming draft. The Washington Commanders currently sit at 16 and is a hot spot for one of these young up-and-coming cornerbacks out of the draft, whether it's Joey Porter Jr., Devin Witherspoon. You got other guys. You got the versatile safety in Branch. You got Deonte Banks from Maryland. You got a lot of young talent in this cornerback draft class. And even if they didn't go cornerback at 16, in the second round, you can get a Keely Ringo, or we met with Valentine from Kentucky. Like, this cornerback room is loaded, or cornerback draft is loaded. So either way it goes, we're going to be adding more potential to this young cornerback group. Not to mention, in my opinion, we already have a really solid starter in Kendall Fuller, who I personally feel like, yes, I'm hard on him, but that's because I expect a lot out of Kendall Fuller. One, because he's making a lot of money. $10 million 4 years that may not seem like a lot, but you had to earn that contract, and Washington was willing to give you that contract. So he's making quite a bit of money, so I expect a lot out of you. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a leader on this defense, so of course I'm going to be hard on the veteran presence in this very young secondary. But to be fair, Kendall Fuller's season last year was actually pretty solid. Like, let's be real. I know I'm one of the people that's hard on him. I know some of you guys out there are hard on Kendall Fuller too, but he had a pretty solid season last year. Benjamin St. Juste is the young up-and-coming guy that I feel like can grow into cornerback 1, but he has to stay healthy. That's his biggest problem, is he's fighting himself with staying healthy. The first year or two was really like the concussions. Then last year it was the ankle. You know, he has to find a way to stay healthy. If Benjamin St. Juste can stay healthy, bro, we already seen what he's capable of being. And then you go out and you get a guy like Cameron Danzler, and again, he may not ultimately be anything, but the fact that we took a chance on him, okay, because of the potential that he provides. I'm gonna say he's only what, like 23, 24 years old, and we were able to pick him up off the Vikings, from the Vikings, after when free agency started, we was able to pick him up from the Vikings for nothing, you know. So we have a chance to potentially get a guy for free, and he turns into something, because I was super excited. That was my favorite pickup out of this whole free agency, you know, pickup class, to be honest with you, because of the potential that he provides. The guy is pretty solid. He had a really good rookie season in 2020. After that, has been a little shaky, injuries and stuff like that. But the whole Vikings defense was terrible last year too. But if you can remember correctly, versus us last year, he had a pretty solid game. So again, that's another guy that I just seen, like, the potential is there. Like, he just needs to get coached right. And you guys, you heard me say this before, but I'm gonna say it again. The loss of Chris Harris stings now, man, because not that it didn't sting before, because I knew the guys were close to him. The whole secondary, the whole DB groups was close to him, man. And I know they're gonna be missing him. But a guy like Cameron Danzler, that would have been so good for Coach Harris to teach him, because when you look at Cameron Danzler, you can see a lack of confidence is there, so he's in his head. But you know, Coach Harris wasn't going to play that. He was going to get that confidence out of him, man, and get his confidence back up high where it belongs. But, man, I'm not mad at Chris Harris. Took a better job offer. I see Coach Harris being a defensive coordinator the next year or two, and it's well deserved, to be honest with you. But you look at that, and then you got Danny Johnson, who just signed a 2-year, $7 million deal. Great move by bringing him back here. He's a guy that I always was like the slot. But last year he proved that he's much better outside. So he's a rotational guy outside, which makes me even more comfortable with going with a primarily slot guy in the early rounds of the draft, if that's the route that we want to go. Now, personally, at 16, I wouldn't go slot only, because that doesn't make sense. You know, you don't want to just draft a one-trick pony at 16. You would like to draft a guy that can do it all. However, get re-upping on Danny Johnson, allowing Danny Johnson to come back. He's still relatively young. And allowing him to come back and him showing what he can do outside allows you to then be versatile with your draft pick. That's what I want, honestly. I want a guy that can play both inside and outside, just so we can kill two birds in one stone. And with bringing up on Danny Johnson allows you to do that. So that's what I'm saying. The potential is through the roof. And then you still may have something in Rashad Wildgoose, who at times last year showed you some type of potential. Man, looking at naming all these fellas, bro, this year's training camp for the cornerback room may be the position I pay attention to the most. Obviously, everybody's going to be glorifying over Sam Howell. Everybody's going to be wanting to see Terry. Everybody's going to be wanting to see Chase Young, because he's going to be fully back healthy and he's going to be out there this year. But me personally, I want to see the cornerback battle, because there's going to be some battles out there this year, man, especially if we're planning on adding another guy to 16. You got Rashad Wildgoose, who was shaky at times, but he's a rookie. He was a rookie last year, you know, but as he got more reps, more times, he actually was pretty solid. And then you still got maybe Tariq Castro-Fields, you know, who you can throw in the mix. But really, in all actuality, this group is young and it has a lot of depth. So these are the guys that I'm paying attention to most, that I can actually see making this roster, man. Obviously, Kendall Fuller is the veteran, the leader of the pack, okay? And he's still 27 himself. Doesn't seem like it, right? Because he's been in the league so long. 27-year-old Kendall Fuller. Then you got Benjamin St. Juste. Then you got Danny Johnson. Then you took a chance on Cameron Danzler. That's 4 already right there. And then let's say you go with 16. You go with a cornerback at 16. That's 5. Okay, and then now you got between Rashad Wild Goose or Tariq Castro Fields, and if you ask me, I would probably go with Wild Goose because he actually showed us something last year. But needless to say, this cornerback room is going to be amazing in the future, bro. And again, like I said, I'm super excited about it, and I'm looking forward to actually paying attention to this battle in camp. So again, look out for our cornerback room to be the group to make the biggest leap in 2023. So again, Kendall Fuller, St. Juste, Danny Johnson, the draft pick potentially, Cameron Danzler, and Rashad Wildgoose, and potentially Castro Fields. But hey, man, I'm excited about the potential of this group and this unit. What says you out there? Leave your comment down below. As always, it's me, boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hails to Washington Commanders. See you guys next time. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped. Get you popped.